Today's card of the day is Quandrix command. 1 green and a blue for an instant with choose 2. Return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. Target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from their graveyard into their library. I think this card is pretty interesting, although I don't really understand how the mathematical part of this comes in, because I know Quandrix is all about math and stuff like that. I'm sure there's something in it, but maybe it's just the name of a command, right? Maybe I'm overthinking it. This card I liked a lot. Playing standard, I have to say, this card has really shown up compared to Silver Quill command and Witherbloom command. Maybe the decks aren't there for it currently for those other commands, but Quandrix command is definitely a more tempo-y oriented shell. This card can like a lot of times become like more of a 2-for-1 or even a 1-for-1 in that case. If it's a 1-for-1, usually it's giving me the tempo swing, and for playing Simic, you're probably playing like Simic Flash or something like that. And the 1-for-1 plus the tempo boost is probably helpful. It's probably super good. Um, the modes that I've seen most being played and I've used personally was the return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. That gets rid of a lot of things like Teferi, Chandras, name it, it gets rid of it. Thank goodness we don't have to work with the time reveler, because that would have been a whole other thing. Maybe this wouldn't become as good. Perhaps half the commands wouldn't be as good if that was the case. The other one that I would use personally a lot was a +2/+1/+1 counter on target creature, because this ends up in conjunction with the first option, ends up being something along the lines of you return something that's not being blocked to their hand, and then also the thing that's blocking the thing that I'm smashing face with will probably die because it's getting 2+1/+1 counters, and it just feels good. It's when it happens, it's really satisfying. I think that's the thing with commands, that the versatility leads to super satisfying results, and I hope they make more. I really do hope they make more. I really have been liking them. And then also the thing that also comes up once in a while, and it generally depends on your matchup. I think the way that Arena is built is that depending on your colors or the colors you're playing, I feel like I'm always playing the colors that I'm using. You're playing against blue. Usually you're gonna see something like a control deck once in a while, and they love their Gear Hulks. They love it. I don't know, that something about it. But of course, there's a lot of combos with Gear Hulks as well. Casting instances with Faithless Looting in the meta becomes super interesting, because you have a lot of things like Magma Opus, which can become super strong. This just counters artifacts or enchantment spells. Like, this can become counter target artifact enchantment spell and then add 2 power to the board, which could be definitely strong, because usually if you're playing a more tempo oriented deck, which is usually what a Simic color is doing, usually that'll get enough to like, they're probably dead or they're going to die like next turn. Like at 3 mana, if they're almost dead there and you have this, it's just the tempo swing is just chef's kiss. It's just so good. It's so good. Now, does this have applications in EDH? I think so. Artifact enchantment spells are pretty common. I know artifact spells are enchantment, maybe not. Actually, it's kind of interesting that this sort of works with almost all of the most usable permanent types. That is artifact creatures, planeswalkers, and enchantments. Returning an artifact or planeswalker to its owner's hand. This is pretty good. I think it's definitely going to hit a lot more planeswalkers than creatures, perhaps. But even then, if it's not, it's definitely a tempo swing that will protect the board for 1 turn, which is nice. Like, these are all very like viable options to have for a commander deck, for a commander game. I think definitely the +1/+1 counter things won't come in too often, maybe unless you're playing against something like a red board wipe, or trying to protect your creature against like a bolt or something like that. I think the more usable option for commander would be the last option, the last mode, which is shuffle 3 target cards from your graveyard into their library. That will probably see some play, right? Like that's probably going to be more used than perhaps the counterpart, which is nice, because this card generally just can be used a lot, and I think that's pretty cool. I think that has like ramifications in, I think mostly because even like in CDH, bounce spells are being played for 1 mana. This has the added benefit of having another option, another spell attached to it for the cost of 3 mana. So I say it's on par with like being even playable in like higher power metas. So I would say definitely like a high power card to low battle cruiser. Actually, this is like, I think, generally a decent card. It doesn't really have like a time where it's not usable, I think, personally. But of course, tell me what you guys think about this in the comment below. Is this card nice? Is it not? Would you guys play it? Would you not? I don't know. I like it a lot. I think I like it a lot. It's probably, I think personally, from what I can tell, the second best out of the commands so far. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys later. And yeah, peace out.